I need to know the story.
A little party never killed nobody. So we gon' dance until we drop the show.
So if, for someone who hasn't seen one of your shows, explain what the concept is. It's quite unique.
Yeah.
You can have Anderson do the hard stuff.
Yeah, it is quite unique. So we laugh because sometimes it's difficult to describe. But no, we always describe it as if you walked into a nightclub or a theater space and you walked right into the mind of a certain filmmaker. And of course, we're doing Baz Luhrmann's films. And we do it all by the songs from the soundtracks. So if you walked in, I always picture kind of Baz or whatever filmmaker we're doing, hanging out at a party, having a few cocktails, listening to their favorite songs. And so we dive into the stories that they tell using the songs from their soundtracks.
Baz Luhrmann has been a big part of our kind of evolution as a company. So those soundtracks resonate with a large audience of people, and I think that we're excited to bring those movies, those soundtracks, those stories of star-crossed love to the people of Montreal.
Yeah, it's rare for films these days to have soundtracks that are really popular, and Baz's soundtracks are one of those special filmmakers who knows how to really pick relevant songs. We're talking about the Great Gatsby soundtrack, which had a lot of the Jay-Z and Kanye West stuff. We're talking about the Moulin Rouge soundtrack, which of course was a huge hit, and then Romeo and Juliet, which was a huge hit in the '90s.
Had a cult following. People had that soundtrack in their cars when people listened to CDs in their cars.
Yeah.
And
I still remember songs like Love Fool, those were hits, and so that's rare for a filmmaker these days, and so a lot of people will recognize a lot of the songs.
What did the Tarantino show here last year? What was it like doing it here? What was the audience reaction like? How was it different, say, from LA?
Well, we were excited to be asked back again because I think the show, for us as a company, was really a special experience. It was the first time that we had been in Canada. It was our Canadian debut, and it's the first time for a French-speaking audience to experience our show, and it was just incredible. I think it's a very educated film market, and being part of a jazz festival, the music festival, made a lot of sense for our show.
A lot of times in LA, our experience is we do a different venue in LA, which is much more of a nightclub instead of a theater. So there's lots of kind of party and drinks, and sometimes it's more about the party than it is about the specific scenes or dialogue. And here it was fun because we had both. We had the excitement of the songs and the kind of a rock and roll vibe, but we also had these really fun dialogue scenes where all the jokes were landing. It was perfect.